Come on, Roxy. You can say it, Roxy. Getting dark. Getting dark. Going in. Going in. We're going a long ways again. Woo. It is cold. It is cold. I don't like this. Still don't like this light here. It's got to move. It's not really the best place for a... is it getting warm? The best place to... what do you call it? Film. That's the word. That is the word. And you got to move some stuff around and get you some cooking. Big announcements today, guys. Big announcements. A lot of cool stuff happening on Cookies and Trains in this episode. I'm trying to stay warm because it is freezing in here. All right, what do we got? We got no food in there. I guess we're going to go over here. And I got potatoes and skillets and stuff and skillets. I think I brought it over here. Did I? Where the heck did I put it? Where did I put it, Roxy? I got Roxy with me. Roxy's becoming a new star on the show when I go live on Model Railroading Live and along with A Model's Life. You know, Roxy, I didn't bring this stuff over. I can't find it. Did I like actually put it away? I think I put it away. Oh man, we got some big announcements today. Waiting for some more people to get in here as I do some cooking, talking about trains. We got some really, really interesting stuff to talk about. And we got scale trains. I think they just came out with an announcement. I think it was the next week. I don't know what happened. I heard there's some 4-axle units coming in. And I think I put this stuff away. Did I really put the whole thing? I did put it away. No, I didn't. Well, I guess I'm using this. Time to get the oven on and the stove on because it is cold in here. What's going on, guys? Happy Saturday. I'm still in quarantine. That's all good because we're still cooking. Still going to talk about trains here. Hey, I'm doing good, brother. We got what's his name? Oh, go back. No, South Brooklyn. Big Bill, how you doing, brother? I hope everything's well. I hope you're feeling better. Everybody here, this is Big Bill, South Brooklyn Railroad. Go follow him, subscribe to him. He is the top dog on the Model Railroading Live crew, and they have tons of shows throughout the whole week, including Wednesday. Big Bill has a show called Who's Big Bill Talking To on Wednesday nights, I believe 9 o'clock Eastern Time, 8 Central Time. So check out his show. He recently had some really good, really awesome shows, including Michelle Kempema from the Colorado Model Railroad Museum. And so we get Indian Head Valley Railroad, Indian Head. Hey, brother, what's going on, man? Dude, I have to start watching your live shows again. And your we got wait, where are we? Yeah, Indian Head Valley Railroad. I'm talking way too fast. I am tired. It's okay. But Indian Head, he's got a show. We got On Track Tuesday. He's got a great show in the evenings. Post in the comments below, brother. We got some post in the live because you have a show called On Track Tuesday, and I forget what time. I think it's 8 p.m. Central Time. yeah, man. I am freezing. It is cold in here. We have two houses here on the property, and we're in the winter house living in there. There's 3 inches of snow on the ground. 7 p.m. Eastern, guys. Go check him out. 7 p.m. Eastern Time. He has a show, Mr. Indian Head Valley Railroad, and it's called On Track Tuesday. It's a really good show. I work nights, brother. I'm trying to catch up on all the videos. And I tried to catch up on Tuesday. What the heck was I doing Tuesday? I was doing something Tuesday. I don't know. I don't remember what I was doing Tuesday. But I was busy doing something. But I was like, I got to watch this show, and then I missed it. Oh, yeah. I was doing chores. That's right. I was doing house chores. Wilmer's a good man. Wilmer's a good guy. Also, we got Big Bill from South Brooklyn Railroad. I got some big announcements to talk about. We're doing some interesting stuff with the Evansville Junction layout, as well as just the overall collection. My collection. I'm revamping my whole collection, and people are going to be absolutely shocked when I what do you call it? When I give the announcement. But first, this is cooking and talking trains. And so we need to do some cooking. I'm making fresh cornbread. I got the oven on right now, and then we're sauteing some potatoes, red potatoes, and some onions, and we're about to start cutting. And so we're gonna start doing that here. So I have my dog Roxy with me. Hey Roxy, you wanna say hi? She could be a little shy, but she's cool. She sometimes will take it. No, see, say hi, Roxy. You say hi? Yeah. She's a 6-year-old Dane, Great Dane that we adopted, and she's my girl. She is definitely my girl. She knows when Daddy's going to go work on trains. She's ready for the door, and she jumps out and runs across the whole property and is waiting by the studio door so I can open it so we can hang out and work on trains. And she lays down and eats and lays down again. So right, we got this here. Got a cutting board. All right, we got that going. Got the onions, potatoes. Yeah, I've been quarantined for like 3 weeks now. We're all doing well. We're ready to get back to work and back to our lives, but hopefully by Monday I get a good test result and head back on the railroad. All right, we got this one. This one's mushy. This one is getting there. All right, we got a bunch of potatoes. I'm gonna saute some good food. All right, so you guys. Okay, there we go. We'll heat this up a little bit here. Put it on low. There we go. I'm Italian. I love cooking. I mean, what can I say? So I started this live show on Saturdays when I have time. Let's see. Do I need onions? I need onions. Need garlic. Big announcement. What's happening with Evansville Junction? I am moving. No, not really. I'm kidding. What else we got here? Human Junction, man, dude. I love your layout. And this guy I actually just saved your last video on my watch list because, guys, I have 115 videos I'm trying to catch up and watching and commenting on everybody's video. And so I am getting there. I am working on it. Everybody we'll follow each other. And Human City Junction, fantastic layout. Great modeler. Go check out his stuff, guys. Seriously, really good stuff. I love watching it. All right. So big announcement. You probably guys are never going to guess what I'm going to be. So a few days ago, I actually talked to the Model Railroading Live crew a bit about it. And everybody knows Mr. Ralph Ranzetti, the Mudfather. He's been all over NMRA as well as Model Railroading Live, doing clinics and all different kinds of shows with all those folks. Or discussing it with him. I'm trying to put this the right words to make it like shocking. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm just going to say the announcement. I am going to be switching from modern time back to 1950s. I am going to be officially modeling the 1950s. So I am literally getting rid of 95% of my entire modern collection, except for my Conrail units. Those are my babies. Other than that, and I'm keeping probably a 20-car train of modern cars of current years. But other than that, I am switching back to the 1950s. So that's going to be interesting. Why? Why am I switching 1950s? Okay, there are multiple reasons, and it happened within the past few months. Well, one, being on the railroad, I do read articles from Trains Magazine and Classic Trains Magazine. Probably kind of stay awake besides, working. I'll read some articles out loud with my engineer, and we'll just look at the news and look at classic trains. And so just all the different articles in the history, all the different kinds of, just all the different history. You okay, Roxy? Oh, hold on, Roxy. Give me 1 second, guys. Go ahead, baby. You can lay down. Go ahead, Roxy. She freaked out. She has a chair that she usually likes to lay on, and there was a lamp on there. She got scared. So the one reason is I've been reading a lot of Classic Trains magazines with my engineer, so I'm learning a lot of the history of the railroad, especially in the 40s and 50s. I also purchased the full year of Trains Magazine, 1946, the very first year Trains Magazine started. And I just got fascinated with all the original advertisements and all the original articles. It was really cool to see all the this nostalgia of the 50s. I've always been a history buff, and I've always wanted to collect certain train sets from the past. So like the Super Chief and the City of New Orleans, 21st Century Limited, the Broadway Limited. Folks know this already about me, but I figure I am going to go and do 1950 to like 1955, because that's when the Brooklyn Dodgers won. So that's the year I'm going to be officially modding is 1955. And yes, because I can have steam engines and diesel engines. The goal is to have the 21st Century Limited ran by steam, along with the Broadway Limited ran by the K4, Pennsylvania Railroad, the K4, and let's see here, Dreyfus Hudson with the 21st Century Limited. And I'm going to start out with early diesels first, and then work my way to building some steam engines, because steam engines are very expensive. But also, they're pretty expensive to buy, even the AB sets nowadays. I mean, and the models are so beautiful. And another thing was, I started working, I just finished weathering a Rapido RS11 at Lehigh Valley, and I just fell in love with that model. I'm like, okay, I need to do something. I'm not going to buy just the one model. I can't do that. That's not the way I work. And so I'm officially going back to the 1950s. And I've been here and there putting some of my collection on the Facebook page, Facebook sell. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. The Facebook groups where you can sell your collections. I didn't start eBay just yet. eBay's being kind of evil at the moment, but we will see how eBay works. But yes, I'm going to be collecting a lot of passenger sets, and starting out probably with some New York Central, Pennsylvania Railroad, concentrated on with a focus more on the Pennsylvania Railroad and the New York Central. But obviously, I'm going to be collecting all different sorts of stuff. So it's freelance, but just stuff from the 1950s. So it'll kind of look like the layout's going to look like almost like Chicago in a way, with stuff coming out of New York. More like the Big Four, or I think that's the line, the water level route on the New York Central, up in Indiana into Illinois. You had like B&O, the Erie, and the B&O, the Erie, New York Central, and I think the Pennsylvania Railroad all together, if I'm not mistaken. So it'll be really interesting to do that, because half the layout is mountain and country scenery with all four seasons, and then the other half is all city. It's going to be all city. And once I have all these ingredients and everything's in the oven and on the stove, we're going to go into the layout room. I always do this in my live videos. The last 10-20 minutes of the video, we'll look at the layout, see what's going on there. Also, a big, huge announcement. I did start a Patreon page. So I started that, oh my gosh, I think about a week ago. So check out the Patreon page as well. Yeah, Wilmer, 50s to the 70s. I love the 70s. But the thing is, if I had the space, if I really had the space, um, I would model early Conrail, 1976 to 1980 or 1978, like the first motors that were in blue paint. Then I'll have to model like New Jersey, northern New Jersey, something like that. But there's so much. Again, with the 50s, there's a lot of stuff too when you model the what do you call it, the 50s. And so with the Patreon page, I already started designing merchandise. So I have for the business, also Railfan X. Railfan X, I do have, if you look back on my community tab on my page, on my YouTube channel page, I did start some designing on the Railfan X. A lot of folks don't know what Railfan X means. Railfan X, your Railfan, the X means multiplication, multiply the times the fun, multiply times the enjoyment, the locations, the amount of trains. That's what the X stands for. It's just multiply that Railfan the experience and multiply that. You know, it's just an X marks the spot. X means the hot spots, the locations you go. So that's what the X stands for, and that's why I called my photography page, not just railroading, but photography too, is always going to be a Railfan X. And so with the Patreon page, it's patreon.com/TOTB model weathering, just like all of my my links, TOTB model weathering, and so we're going to be starting that. So if you feel like become a member, the whole goal and the donations are going to go towards all of what Patreon is supposed to be for. Is for you guys. It's for the model railroaders who support me and support the business. The Patreon page, it's going to go for, oh my gosh, there's a million things in my head that I want to do with it, but mainly how-to videos, create tutorials, weathering videos. It's going to go towards the merchandise, made to order, how-to videos on scenery, vlog videos that only you guys will see as a Patreon member. Railfan clips that at the moment, live videos. There'll be certain live videos. Only you guys are there. You guys come and hang out. I'll do live weathering videos. I'm weathering something live for a client. And so that is the reason why I started a Patreon page. It is to support the layout, so I can show you guys all the different kinds of techniques and tips and tricks and just whatever you want. And you guys gotta let me know what you want from being a member. Just let me know what you want. What do you want to see? What do you want me to do? Say, hey Joey, can you show us a video on how you build these trees? Can you show us a video on how you weathered this boxcar? Or how did you fade this boxcar? Or hey, do you know any kind of tricks you could give me on painting? Hey, I have a business. I have a service business, where I do custom weathering, painting, and detail work. Not much detail work anymore because it's so time consuming with my job, but I don't mind doing some of it. Graffiti, patching, decal work. I mean, I have a business, but I'm a teacher. I've always been a teacher my whole life. So I love sharing my knowledge and my experiences with everybody. And I'm always going to be a teacher. I was a drum teacher. I was a touring musician for 6 years. I still taught drums. I taught drums in all ages. And same with model railroading. So if you guys want operating videos, we could sit down. I could do a live video, talk about railroading. If you guys want that, how can I help you guys with your model railroad, with the hobby, and it's just spreading the word. That was my Patreon is going to be about, and that's what it should be about. Always should be about. It should go only towards helping you guys, and that's it. And that's what's going to be for. But it costs money to do it. And I will, if you guys say, hey, this is some money towards this donations towards building trees products. Hey, if you could get the products to build these trees, can you show us how you make these? So that's what I like about the Patreon page. And also I'm going to start merchandise, maybe coffee mugs. I'm going to do some coffee mugs as well as what do you call that stuff? Not pens. I don't want to do pens. Coffee mugs, maybe mouse pads, stuff like that. Something simple to start with. I am gonna have a logo, a polo shirt with a logo with the TOTB logo on it. T-shirts and not t-shirts and ball caps. But the t-shirts are mainly going to be Railfan X t-shirts. I do have some designs that I'm working on, and they're cool. They're actually pretty cool. I'm really satisfied with them. Now I'm just looking for the right company to work with, and I want to work with a mom and pop company. I don't want to work with these large companies that are out there online only orders and stuff like that. I want to work with somebody who has a small town business, so I'm looking into that as well. I've always been, I guess you call it, I'm always been one with the private sector, I guess. But yeah, that's me. All right, so I got some of the potatoes and stuff cut as I'm talking a mile a minute. We're gonna put some of my favorite olive oil. That should be nice and hot and ready. Oh yeah, look at that. That's beautiful. So I heard Scale Trains had a huge announcement, or is going to have a huge announcement. Does anybody know what it is? I heard that it's supposed to be 2 axle units. So if anybody there knows, let me know. Because I'm interested to see what they're going to be. For the price of F units, I may just go and spend an extra couple $100 and buy oh my gosh, I really can't. I'm really tired. A blow turbine. That'd be really, really cool. I gotta see if it runs first in my layout. Okay. Oh man, it smells good. That smells so good. I'm also gonna do some videos. Oh, that's too big. Alright, I'm going to cut these in half. There we go. That's a bite size right there. I'll show you guys what I'm making in a minute. And it smells divine in here right now. I got the oven on. I'm going to be baking too, so we're not going to be just... I may make some brownies or something. I mean, the store-bought stuff, but not from scratch. I don't have scratch stuff right at the moment. We're starving. We've been working and preparing for the springtime on our homestead. We have the incubator set up. We have a lot of chickens that we want to hatch, so hopefully that works. We have a baby male goat right now that just been born a couple of days ago. He's in the house with us because it's really cold out. The mom was screaming for him, but we had to dehorn the baby. Dehorning means getting rid of the horns. Because if you see a goat a male goat, and they're nasty and they mean like a billy goat, because they have horns. It's kind of like us men when we get that super ego. No one wants to hang out with us. So they get that kind of ego too. So we dehorn the goat. And what it is, when you dehorn a goat, it's a special kind of like paste. And you put on your finger, you gotta put gloves on, you put on your finger, and you rub it on the top of their heads, and it burns off the top of the horns. And oh my gosh, the poor baby is crying right now because he's in so much pain, but he'll be all right in a couple of hours when it goes away. But my wife is with him right now. And they're setting up the incubator at the other house, getting all the chicken eggs ready to be hatched. Hopefully, get some, and duck eggs. We got some duck eggs in there too. And so I hope everybody's doing well with the weather. There's some crazy weather out there. There's a huge magnetic storm that happened with the sun, and so that's going to cause some craziness. Also, there's a tsunami out there somewhere, I heard. So I hope everybody's safe out there wherever they are. So. All right. All right, we got that going. I don't think that's big enough. I think we're going to save these other potatoes for breakfast in the morning.
Well, I'm gonna cook them, but not with this meal. So, all right. I'm waiting for my buddy Brian to come on here. He hasn't been on. Well, he hasn't come on in the. Well, I haven't been on the week, but usually he comes on. Brian's a good guy. He's a Subway fanatic, and I like him. He's very supportive of TOTB. Also, guys, I have tons of videos coming out in the next 2 months. I mean, lots of videos. I got some vlog videos. We got some scenery videos coming up. We got some, let's see, what else videos we got? I'm still working on the Tower 55 rail fanning trip out to Fort Worth, Dallas. Even the Fort Worth, Dallas model railroading operations that we did with Speed Muller and Dean Ferris. I got those coming out. They were supposed to be out, but I almost went to NMRA jail because I almost forgot to ask for permission. I thought I did, but I didn't directly ask. So there was some misinformation too that I had to fix in some of the videos. So they helped me with that. And they're like, take down the video, take down the videos. You know, we need consent with the NMRA. So I'm like, all right, no problem. Ooh, yeah, that's nice and toasty. Got some heat going on. Woo! And that's freaking hot. I just burned my hand. All right. What happened to? I had not a million, but only 2 towels. Here we go. I really wish we had that table back here. We just took it. We took our old dining room table, and moved it. Well, I guess it's going on the chair. Nice and hot. We got that going. I got the potatoes on. We need to season it now. We made a pinto bean soup with a fresh ham bone with some ham meat left on it. Oh my gosh, guys, it's so good. And then we're going to make it with some... We're going to add some Italian seasoning to this. And we add some potatoes and all that stuff here. So it's going to be a really, really good meal coming up tonight. That's for sure. Some pepper, Italian seasoning. We don't have any fresh stuff out of the garden just yet, so we have to use the stuff for now throughout the winter time. We have fresh Tabasco. That's really good stuff. Right, Roxy? Okay. Roxy came in to say hi and she left. Just that fast. Just like that. She's gone. Nope, she's back. She hears the name. She's like, all right, I'm going to hang out. Roxy's becoming a model railroader. Roxy is becoming a rail fan. I may take a rail fan with me. Bring her some food. And we go in the car. All right, you and I are going to go. We're going to go rail fanning one of these days. You and I. Meet some friends and we're going to hang out. Yeah. Love you too. Ooh, yeah, baby. There we go. Just check this out right here. That's what I'm talking about right there. All right. After dinner, I'm coming. I'm probably gonna hang out with Love the F units, some of the big Eastern Steam units. Yeah, man. Wilmer, man, I apologize. For the longest time, their name was Wilbur. And I'm like, it's not Wilbur. It's Wilmer. Wilmer with M. So, I'm glad I clarified that with myself. Yeah, dude, I love the F units and the steam engines. I always have. It's just that steam engines are so darn expensive. But I'm like, well, I could spend $500 on an AB unit, F unit, right? Or $500 on a steam engine, which you have all the moving parts and stuff, right? And you got 2 motors with the AB unit, right? Both sound. Or you spend $300 on 1 locomotive. So in reality, you have an AB unit. You gain 2 engines for $250 a piece, pretty much. I've always been more of a fan of the 4-axle units than the 6-axle, anyways. But that's just my preference. And steam engines are steam engines. Yeah, they get pretty expensive. Honestly, if I was able to afford it and have the room, I would go the S scale and do the 50s and S scale. But that's just me. That's just me. Wilmer, tell me about your layout. It's you. I remember when you very first started your videos, and you started your live on track Tuesdays, and your weekly shows. I forget the name of it. I'm having a brain fart right now. But Wilmer has a show. They are so cool. Wilmer has a show that he promotes other YouTubers. And I thought it was the greatest idea ever. A lot of folks don't get the recognition that they deserve for a lot of their videos, as well as for their work, their talent, and their skills and experiences with their model railroading club. And so Wilmer came up with a great idea, and he promoted so many YouTube channels. And Wilmer, you know this for a fact, that a lot of those channels are jacked up with subscribers. And Wilmer, I remember you and I think I messaged you and said, hey, you got to check out Sue the Milwaukee Road. And you're like, okay, I'll take a look at it. And you did. You looked and you promoted it. Look at him now. He just jacked up. And I think his name is Will or Chris. I think it's William. That's his name. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, Wilmer has a great channel, which has a great channel. His layout. Wilmer, please tell me about your layout, because I saw some videos live. I saw some of your live videos on your layout, and man, you made so much project. Hey man, you still do a great job with all the other videos, dude. You really do. And heck, that could have been just a season to help those guys out to promote the hobby. And hey, that's all it was. Kudos, man. That's all that matters. What do you call it? But the On Track Tuesdays are good too. Did you do some rail fanning? North American Trains. Hey man, what's going on? How you doing? We are cooking and talking trains. I had some big announcements to tell everybody. One is I'm switching from the modern era, 1990s, and I'm going back to the 1950s. And I'm doing good, brother. Like I said, I am. We're cooking and talking trains. This live video that I do. I try to do it every Saturday as much as I possibly can. And the big announcements today is that I am going to be modeling the 1950s. I am backdating my entire collection, selling off some of the modern stuff, keeping some modern stuff just for nostalgia purposes. But I'm going to be concentrating more on like the New York Central and the Pennsylvania Railroad. And then from there, we are going to go and just collect all the cool stuff. Oh gosh, here we go again. This crap. Ignore those, please. And don't click on them. Whatever you do, I don't know if you guys can see that. I always somehow I get this spam that goes onto my live stream. They'll stop eventually. They just got to pick on people. You know how people are nowadays. Life is just crazy. Okay, what am I cooking today? I am sauteing red potatoes and onions, and I'm making fresh cornbread, and I'm going to be baking brownies. That is what we're doing today. And like on every cooking and talking trains, towards the end of once everything's settled, everything is simmering and cooking on the stove and in the oven, we'll go to the studio and check out the layout and all the different progress I've been doing. So that has always been the goal. Also, another big announcement, I started a Patreon page. So if you want to become a member, go to Patreon and click on TOTB Model Weathering. Then you become a member. The whole goal of the Patreon page is all your donations to the channel go towards how-to videos, weathering, scenery work. Just maybe, you know what, I'll even do a discount on weathering on my service business. So if you want your trains weathered by me, because TOTP Model Weathering is a service business, we do custom weathering, painting, decaling, patchwork, some graffiti work. I will give you guys a discount on my services for you Patreon members only. So once you become a member, just let me know. You got church in the morning. Enjoy your food. I won't be looking for it. You got it, man. Absolutely. Wilmer, everybody subscribe to Indian Head Valley Railroad. Did I get that right? I'm making sure. The Indian Head Valley Railroad. Everybody knows Wilmer. Subscribe to this gentleman. He has a great layout, great shows, great live shows. Have a great weekend and a great Sabbath. Wilmer, take care, brother. And so we got the Patreon page going. We got all the different kind of stuff. That's just it's gonna be a good time. I got a lot of weathering videos coming up. I just weathered a Rapido RS11. We have another video as I show you how to fade a scale trains hopper. That was the one that was just loaded up. The next video coming is the Bell Community Branch update for that switching layout that I built. And then after that, we got a lot of vlog videos are starting up now for the 2022. So we got vlogs, some rail fanning videos, and we also have some scenery videos. So like I said, the Patreon page goes towards just donations for they're not just donations. I don't like saying that. I sound like I'm poor or something. It's nothing to do with that. It's more of what you guys want me to do. You know, what do you guys want to see? You want some weathering videos, some how-tos, tips and tricks. I love doing scenery work. I love doing weathering. I mean, that's what I've done a few clinics with NMRA in which I do scenery as well as weathering. I even do railroad operations. I am a real railroader in real life. So in real life, oh my gosh, man, guys, I really need sleep. My career is railroading. I'm a freight conductor, and what am I going to be? So if you guys want operating videos, you know, I can't go much into the company I work for, but I could give you guys some pointers on your operating a layout. We'll do some videos just for you guys, just for you, Patreon members. Also, maybe some weathering live videos. You know, do some stuff live, just for you guys. You know, he said, "Hey Joey, can you do a video for us?" You know, and stuff like that. Also, I'm gonna see how to do it. You guys will get a sneak peek on the videos that are being uploaded on YouTube before everybody else. Also, we got some merchandise that I'm working on as well for the business, as well as my rail fanning, which is Railfan X. Railfan X meaning railfan times the fun times all the stuff that makes rail fanning a good time, right? Okay, we got that. That's gonna cook. So yeah, we got, all right, so we did this. So we got, excuse me. Where are we? Oh my gosh, guys, I'm sorry. Oh, there I am. All right, we got the potatoes and the onions being sauteed and cooking right now. Next is making fresh cornbread. Now, has anybody here ever made fresh cornbread before? I mean, real fresh cornbread. And we're gonna use self-rising flour. I don't use the regular flour. Self-rising flour is a lot better anyway. All right. So these are good. A little bit of water in there. That's okay. We'll get rid of that. You're gonna use that. Then where's the water? So the water's off in this. This is our. We have two homes on our homestead property, and we use both of them. It's just right now the other one is our business office space, and so we're using that throughout the wintertime because the animals are right there because it's cold out. And so this one is our the actual home here. So I go back and forth between the two houses and start cooking. All right, let's see here. I need these two. Clean this out a bit. And we use cast iron skillets, guys. That's what I'm using. Cast iron skillets. Can't beat them. Put some oil in them, some Earl, some olive oil. Very good for you guys, please. Whatever you do, use olive oil. It's so much better for you. It may be a little expensive, but your health is worth more than any kind of money, right? All right, I got the measuring cups here, which I left at the house. I think I don't need to go. I'll leave them here. So you want to double the amount of ingredients, which I'm doing, because I'm making two cornbreads, two breads. So usually a little less than a cup of self-rising flour for one cornbread, so I'm going to do almost two. I use more cornmeal than anything else. Gives that cornbread taste, right? Then after I put this in the oven, guys, we're going to the layout. We're going to check out the layout. It won't take long to do this at all. Okay, we did that. Dry ingredients in the big bowl first, then all the wet ingredients. Alright, so did that. Cornmeal. First cornmeal's good for you. And the other thing we do, so we do that. Oh. You know the what? I'm back here live again. That's weird. We do have some. What do you call it? We have ice. We have like ice and snow right now, so hopefully that doesn't interrupt me. We'll find out. We'll find out soon, right? We're down to one person, but that's okay. And one person still watching. Some flaxseed. Flaxseed's so good for you guys. Oh my gosh. I put a lot of it in there. I have a homestead. I'm a farmer. Part-time. No, full-time. It's actually full-time. So, another one of those. So, alright. We got those dry ingredients in there. And mix that all together. Get a little bit of salt. Oh my goodness, I forgot to put salt on here. How dare I? Oh my gosh, guys. I wish you could be here smelling this food. Smells so good. So good. I got you. Hey, I had to learn how to make this stuff, alright? I was more of a meatball spaghetti dude for a long time because I'm in New York. I was born and raised in New York City. Now I live in Arkansas. Have a farm. Alright, that's done. Stays like that. Ooh, this oven feels nice and hot, man. Yeah. Woo! Alright. Back to work. Back to work. That can stay right there. Now I need the measuring cup. The big measuring cup. 2 cups of milk. Fresh milk off the farm. Not our farm, another farm. Okay. I mean, that's why I bought another one. I mean, for goodness sakes, you know. Right, is that service again? I do have service. Alright, making sure we're good here. Alright. Cool. Woo! Alright. 2 eggs. I just squirted myself. I don't know how I did that. That's okay. that. Do that. 2 eggs in those. A little bit of olive oil. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of that. Now whisk it all together. Ooh, wrong one. And that's it. Egg. I mean, to make one thing of cornbread, it's just 1 egg, cup of milk, a little bit of olive oil, 1 cup of, a little less than a cup of self-rising flour, a little bit of salt, one cup, a little more, as much as you want of cornmeal, either yellow or white. And if you want to add flaxseed, it's really super good for you. Add some flaxseed to it. Makes it taste good too. That's how you make cornbread. Just that simple. Some olive oil. You need some oil in your skillet if you do that, or a big pan. And then a little bit. We're gonna whip this all up. I need a different one here, different spoon. And move this over. And whisk this all up. Mix it all together. Oh yeah. Gosh, it looks like heaven already. You get fresh ingredients from the farm, guys. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Make this here. And that's it, really. It's just pouring into pans and bake them. I don't have any views anymore. I think something happened to my live stream, but that's okay. I'll film anyway, just in case. There we go. Okay, you're still here. Good. Only one person. I thought. Well, this Ethan Hall. It's a spam, and there's somebody else that I guess I love kissing crap. That's another thing of spam. So I was like, oh no. And then I have a snowstorm outside my front door over here, and so what do you call it? So I'm making sure we're still going live. All right, that's done. First pan of oil. There's enough oil in here. I mean, yeah, just a little more of that. There we go. Yeah, dude. And this is like a couple live videos. We're going live like on Yard Stream or something like that, and then like even Wereby sometimes, and it'd be like pornography. They'll just show up randomly. It's like, jeez. Okay, I think that's good for that one. Yeah. I might put a little too much oil in here, but that's okay. I'll cook it right up. Next, usually put them all together. This one's just enough. I think I have enough to put extra in the other one, so I'm going to do that. Take it out of the oven. Needed some kind of there you go. You know, I think I am subscribed to you, brother. I think I am. I'm gonna check it out. Make sure I am. North American Railroad. I think I am. I really sworn I am. Or maybe not. There's nothing here, huh? All right. Even raw, it tastes good. Why? First degrees from the farm. And that oil will cook it right up. Timer. 25 minutes. There we go. All right. I'm going to clean this out somehow. I needed to bake something. So, we just add some water to it. All right. I think I have some more. Here we go. Clean that up with a rag. Be all good to go. If you guys give me like 10 more minutes, if not less, I'll a little less, and we'll start some jigs. Show you guys what I'm doing. Been doing on the layout. But yeah, I can't wait, man. I'm going 1950s. It's exciting. And I'm gonna do a lot of history videos too after that. So that's why I can't wait for it. Okay. That's water? Okay, it's just water. Not bad. I don't know how my butt got full of crumbs. Alright. Let's see what we got here, because we're gonna be baking something. Look for something. Not sure cakes. I don't know what I'm gonna make. Let's see. I already made cookies. What else we got? Damn. Did we really just make all the brownies? Well, maybe we won't bake today. Maybe I'll bake tomorrow. Maybe I'll just bake tomorrow. That works for me. All right. That works for me. All right, we gotta taste these. See how good these potatoes are. They are seasoned really well. Now they just gotta cook a little more. Keep turning them. Oops. After this, I work nights, so I'm gonna be up all night pretty much again, and then I'll be working on train projects tonight. All right. Whew. I like it. We'll go for it. What I need to do is add oil here. So in like 2 minutes, we'll go into the room. I'm sure Roxy wants to go where it's warm because it's pretty chilly in here. No more than that. All right. All right. Let's go and check out the layout. You guys come along with me. We got 2 viewers. That's awesome. That's enough to show what's going on here. Roxy. There you are. Want to come on here? Where it's warm? Come on. Good girl. Oh, I didn't mean to step on your foot or your paw. All right. So, yeah, we have it outside here. Yeah, the spam subscribers, dude, are really annoying. Really annoying. I'm getting them too. Yeah, I have like 2 or 3 inches of snow, and I think it just stopped. All right, so look, switch camera. All right. So yeah, sort of a mess, but that's where we're getting at, guys. So I have partially laid down the inside main line up there. The outside loop is officially we got 10 inches yesterday. Hey man, let me tell you something. Being in Arkansas, 3 inches is just enough for us. I was born and raised in New York City. 2 feet was when you got worried. Now, like with 3 inches, we get worried. But here we go. This is the double track main line. It goes all the way. The inside loop goes all the way down there. And we got it all laid here, soldered, wired, and all the way up to there. And the other side of where is Shirley's Township. All right, let me get through here because I am still working and stuff is a mess. There you go. Dude, 10 inches of snow, that's nuts, especially in Iowa. I can't imagine. So, all right. So this is my client's project right here. These 3, I had to add the details from scale trains. These are scale trains operated series -9s. And you can see all the different details. I had to paint them all too. So I don't know if it's hard to see. All the grab irons and the windshield wipers, all that stuff. So that's one. That one needs to be, I need to finish some of the weathering. Oh, really? Less than what you usually get. Well, that's good. You don't want that. Okay, so all 3 of these motors are they're officially pretty much done for the time being, you know. Appreciate it, man. These 3 a client, he wanted them weathered, added details, and then painted the details, and weathered the details too. So I'm a little shaky right now. Hold on, because my hands are cold. Took me almost a year to finish this. I started them last April. That's what I'm saying with my job as a railroader. It takes a lot to get these kind of projects done. So I am not really opting out of the detail work, but I prefer not to do the details unless my client is willing to wait a bit, and I'll do what I can each a little bit at a time to get them done. But the weathering and some painting, but most of the weathering, patchwork, detail work, I could get a model done in a week. Again, just depends on my job. My job is way very demanding, especially on a freight conductor. But yeah, these 3 motors are pretty much done. I got to paint some of the last minute paint on the grab irons. I mean, last minute touches on the weathering and some painting on the grab irons. But that's about it. And these things will be ready to be shipped back to the client. Let's see here. Something else I've done differently, which is going to be a video, and it's already on my Patreon, some of the photos and progress photos. But I created a old scrap load of railroad wheels. And so that could be taken out. You need a little X-Acto knife to take out the load, but it could be taken out. And then the other video I have done was weathering and fading this scale train's hopper. The video was uploaded, I think, last week. So you can check out that video. And everybody knows the left one was one of the contest entries for JC's Rip Tracks Down and Dirty Weathering Contest. And so I was an honorable mention, which is awesome. So the guy who won did incredible work. I mean, just insane amount of work. He did a great job. Some of the graffiti, I'll get all custom graffiti that I do, stuff like that. Some simple stuff like that I can do, Nothing really, really super. Like down here. Oh gosh. The car needs to be repainted. There's some stuff on here. But this is the Bell Community branch. This is the switching layout. Need to finish the wiring on it. Roxy knows that. She knows me too well. And then it's scenery work and track work. But I really want to start some operating videos once I get the stuff wired up. So at the moment, I am pretty much on. I hit a wall with the Evansville Junction layout, which is the upper layout. I'm doing some scenery work, but not much. I'm going to start working on this layout maybe tonight and the next week or so. Roxy, what are you doing, baby? You're just curious. Oh my gosh, it's a mess down here. These engines were painted by my dad and decaled by dad. Oh gosh, like 20 years ago, or if not more than that, like 25 years ago, for Western Pacific. Paint's chipping off and the decals were ripping apart, so I stripped them down and gave these things a nice coat of a under primer coat. Again, just some stuff needs another coat actually, but the next step is to paint these black, and they're going to be New York Central. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not, but there may be the cigar band type of locomotives, or I may make them look like this, like the lightning stripe. Not sure just yet what I'm going to do. But those are two dummy units. That's a Atlas model right there, Pennsylvania Railroad RS11, converted to DCC with sound. My only two 40-foot boxcars I have in my collection are right here. And those things are going to need some weathering. But yeah, no, so that's pretty much what I've been doing. I do have some videos on the scenery work here. I've been starting Shirley's Township right here. This is the start of the bridge scene, as you can see here. Look for the videos this coming month and the next month. I have some videos on the scenery progress on here. Another one on the corner back there as well. This is going to be the winter scene, and this is going to be the fall scene. So down here, I still have a what do you call it? Move that out of the way. I was filming some stuff. I need to move stuff out of the way here. Down here is I'm going to keep some of my modern equipment for here. Weather that. Oh, dude, I appreciate it, man. It's going to be. And I love scenery work, so you're going to look for, like I said, a lot of scenery videos. It's going to be fun. Well, I'll give you a quick tour, dude. So this is Shirley's Township, which is, well, let's first start from the beginning. So the first thing is with this layout, it's diorama based. So the trains are going through each diorama. Each location is inspired by real locations throughout the United States. So Shirley Township is the name of one of our family members who was deceased a few years ago, and she loved watching the Frisco Railroad in Arkansas. And so they were all in Chester, Arkansas. It was called Shirley Silver Bridge. Are you hungry? I know you're hungry. You're starving. Shirley Silver Bridge. And the Shirley Silver Bridge was named after the bridge in Chester, Arkansas. And so, what do you call it? And so, I think she has to go to the bathroom. Anyway, and so this is going to be the fall scene with the bridge and some creeks going over, going underneath the bridge rather. And there's the crossovers here to the yard lead, which goes to the right. You have to go outside. You need to go outside. All right, I'm going to put my phone down right up here, and I'll be right back. Just going to let her out if she needs to go to the bathroom. Come on. Huh? Well, me too. Oops, sorry. You keep stepping on your toes. She'll probably bang. She likes to knock on the door too. She bang on it and be like, "Hey, let me back in." All right. we're back on. All right, I'm going to switch over. Black screen, pre-up. All right, we're back. So, going from here, this is going to be the winter scene. There will be a tunnel separating both dioramas, pretty much. And going this way will be winter scene. We have a log cabin, a little small pond that's covered in ice, and we're going to have some rock cuts. Hey, man, what's going on, Dave? Mr. Sparky 107 107. Let's give a quick tour of what's been going on with the layout here. Do a variety of projects. So heck, I'll just start from the beginning. How about that? So here's Shirley Township's progress. We had the what do you call it? We started all the base coverings for the scenery work, and I do have videos coming up the next month or so with scenery progress videos, vlogs, all that kind of stuff. So stay tuned for that. This is Shirley's Township. It's Shirley's name after one of our family members who passed away a few years ago. She used to love to watch the Frisco and the Arkansas Missouri Railroad in Chester, Arkansas, go over the bridge in Chester, Arkansas. And they named the bridge Shirley's Silver Bridge. And so this is the bridge scene. And we're going to have this called Shirley's Township. And then it's going to be the fall scene right here. And then going left will be a tunnel, which is going to be around this area. Then going this way is the winter scene. And back there, I started putting the boards for all of the rock molds that I'm going to be making very soon. And so what we're doing here is we're going to be building a winter scene. And right here is going to be a dirt road that goes up over the tracks and to the distance. A laser cut log cabins going right here. Some animals. We got some people here that maybe have a little pond, playing snowball fights, all that kind of cool stuff. I'm going to be building wired trees. So I'll be doing how-to videos on building wired trees, some realistic some organic branches. I'm going to show you all sorts of videos, how to make trees and stuff like that. And if you become a subscriber and a member of a Patreon page, I will have some videos just for you guys alone. And so we'll do some different stuff. And then right here, going across this way, we're going to go from the winter scene to the springtime. I got my old coffee cup there. And right here is I'm not sure what the town is. Maybe I may call Hudson. Not sure yet. The crossover star here to the right goes to the Pacific Northwest. To the left continues on the main line. The right side is the Pacific Northwest. And that's going to be a diorama showing the Pacific Northwest, pine trees, all that cool stuff, right? And as I have here, like I've been cleaning up my layout's been a stopping ground for everything recently. So many projects and catching up. I think today I'm going to clean when I get here tonight. Anyway, so right there to the right, it's going to be pine trees, 2 tunnels, and we'll go over there. Let's do that really quickly. Oh, okay. Okay, so here's the backdrops are built already. And then we're going to have tunnel here. Sparkville. Sparks actually will work. CP Sparks. That'd be a cool one. Hey, become a member of Patreon. We'll do something with your name, brother. How about that? And then I'm also building a huge city scene. So I have some billboards and stuff like that. I think for the billboards, I may add a lot of YouTubers. If they have cards or stuff like that, maybe send a logo. But Sparks will work, actually. It's a pretty cool name. So this is going to be I'm working on purchasing a Shay locomotive. And then from there, we're going to be, have some logging and stuff like that. Let's go to Michael. How you doing, brother? And so from here, we'll go back this way towards the junction. This is Evansville Junction. So my Patreon is TOTB Model Weathering. I don't know if I live chat. I don't know. It's TOTB Model Weathering on Patreon. And I'm going to be starting up that page. I just started a Patreon page, but we're going to get started with that. I can't wait. That's going to be fun. And of course, as a member I'm going to be starting. I already have some posts up available, some stuff I've been working on that no one else knows about. I actually posted Patreon before I posted my Instagram or Facebook as well. So you guys will get first dibs on the Patreon stuff alone before everybody else. Over here, it goes towards we're going towards the city scene now. To the left is the yard tracks. There's going to be a couple of tracks for the yard. Nothing really, nothing crazy, just 2 tracks. And then to the right is an industry. That will be box cars here. And oh, Sparky doesn't know this. You guys know this already. And Michael doesn't know this either. But we got 2 40-foot box cars there, probably from 1950, right? Give me 1 second. I'm going underneath here. Scroll all the way down, all the way down, all the way back up. Hopefully my back never gives out because I'll be totally done for. I am converting and backing my collection to the 1950s. So I'm literally selling off 95% of my modern collection. I'm going to start collecting the 1950s. I want to model probably 1955 is going to be the date. And so we got some F units, some B units that I'm working on right now. I got a Pennsylvania RS11, so you see where I'm going with this, right? I even have a Southern Pacific F unit. Yeah, man, dude, I'm so stoked. I mean, I had never thought in my life I love my dad's collection is New York Central Pennsylvania Railroad. And so I just can't believe. Hey, give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. I gotta let my dog in. She went to potty. Transition era. Give me 1 second. I'm not sure just yet. Well, yeah, kind of. Actually. Oh, Roxy. Good girl. I know you. You've been a good girl. You've been a good girl. I know. You're hungry. I know you're hungry. We're going to go back and eat. Oh, I have a 6-year-old Great Dane who's starving. But, let the dogs out, right? All right, so what I'm going to do is put you guys actually on here. Oh, I got to finish giving a tour. What's wrong with me? So, yeah, transition era, I'm doing early, what do you call it? Early diesels. And some steam engines. I'm going to be collecting probably like the Dreyfus Hudson, this Pennsylvania K4, the GS4 steam daylight steam engine, maybe some Mikados and stuff like that over time, of course, not right away. But like I said, I'm selling off most of my collection so I can start purchasing some 50 stuff. So we're going to start with some F units, RS11s. Roxy, lay down. Be a good girl. She's a huge dog, and she's just looking for food. We have, let's say RS11s, RS1s, RS3s, stuff like that. So the early diesels into the, what do you call it? Into the, some steam engines. So this is going to be the whole city scene. It's going to start here, and it's going to go where this wood is. It's pretty much going to be the height of the, where the train is going to go underneath the city. Big building flats here, all along here, going all the way here, and it'll be forced perspective. So I already took the trains off of here, put them on the top shelf. So I'm getting ready for that. Once the double track is done, the trains are running well, we're going to start building this part here. And it's going to be done in sections, so I could take them off to work on the tracks, or in case the trains derails, I can move the building flats. And the cool thing is, where the height of this, I think this is the correct height. If not, I'll move it down a little further from here all the way this way, going across and going all the way around here to where that hole is, which is all going to be covered with buildings. That's all going to be covered with buildings. You're not going to see any of that. And actually this fell. So let me put this back here. It stays. There we go. So kind of like that. But going across up there, like I was saying, I'm going to have 2 tracks. They're going to be dead tracks. Or I may power them. I don't know yet. Maybe I'll power them. We'll see. But pretty much there'll be 2 tracks that represent the Northeast Corridor going out of Newark. Or maybe trains coming out of Chicago. So the city scene is inspired by Chicago and New York City for the most part. And I always wanted 50s feel. I love the look of 50s feel for building flats. And that's another reason why I'm like, well, 1950s. I got them all the 1950s. That's gonna be a cool idea, right? So up there's the R32s. They just retired them. That's the MTH set with the MTA logo. Those off-whites, the one train up there. But down here, this says it's gonna be HO. And this is gonna be the whole city scene going along here, and that's gonna be more of the summertime. So yeah, no, Sparky, I agree, dude. I may power the track and have them in sections and just connect each board. You know, that's a good idea. I'll build each like a little module, each individual modules that connect them all together. That's a cool idea. So right here, guys, are what I just finished for a client. It took me a few months to finish these. These are Skill Trains Operator Series -9s, and I had to add all the detail parts to them, paint the detail parts, and weather the locomotive. So they are finally done. I actually, well, I may have to paint 2 parts, but other than that, they're complete. So you can see all the detail parts that are added. All the grab irons, all that stuff, all the weathering has been done for this client. So he's super excited. I'm excited because I get to finally send this off back to him. He was a railroader, so he understands how busy I've been as a railroader myself. And actually, since we're here, let's quickly, let me get my food out of the oven, and then I will be right back. And I got something cool to show you guys because you guys are going to like this. I have another client that sent me a bunch of cars to weather for him as well. So let's do that. You're such a good girl. I know you're hungry. All right, so before we finish for the evening on this live stream here, I appreciate you guys waiting and being patient. I just received a huge box for a client of mine. He models the Pennsylvania Railroad 1940s. He has a layout out of Nashville, Tennessee, triple decker layout. Yes, 3 levels. He has 2 helices, and they're huge. And he collects all the steam engines, or most, I think all of them are Broadway Limited, actually. And he has a huge, huge collection. So I can't wait to weather these. These are going to be fun. And I think and he put in, I already got paid. That's cool. I don't want to show that, a little private there, but also if you become a Patreon, I will do some discounts on weathering for you guys. How about that? If you become a Patreon member, we'll do some discounts for the business if you want your trains weathered by us. Just let me know when, and we'll put a discount in for you guys. Oh my gosh, he really he packed these suckers up. All right, so what we got here? Oh, he's got all tangent. There's all the tangent models that he's been talking about. We've been messaging back and forth. He's a great bass player. Him and I used to perform in Nashville, Tennessee back in the day. And so we're going to be weathering, I'm going to be weathering all these cars for him. And he's a beautiful, oh my gosh, he's a beautiful. I I gotta start modeling this stuff, man. This is cool stuff. Some of these cars here. It probably looks reverse, but he has tons of them. Right, Roxy? I think they're all black. They're all black. 10 cars. They're going to be weathered. Of course, he gets a friend and family discount. But that's going to be cool. I can't wait for that. So for the 1950s, the goal with the modeling the 50s is that I love history, and that's the main reason why I want to model, because I mean the modern stuff is pretty cool. I love them all. I'm still keeping some of my modern equipment just because I have some really nice models I like to keep for myself. I'm selling most of my collection off, but this is the main reason why I started collect. I wanted to start collecting the 1950s. I have here the original first year editions of Trains magazine from 1946. And yeah, I'm doing the 50s, but I have 1946 and 1947. And most of this stuff has been around for a while and will be around in the 50s. So it's a great idea. So, and honestly, guys, if you have any questions, if you're modeling the 40s or the 50s, if I could find it in these old magazines, I'll just holler, really. Here's the very first one. This is January. Absolutely, man. See, this is what Sparky said. History is one of the best parts of a hobby. I'm a huge history buff. This is why I want to model the 50s, because I love history. But here's the first issue ever of Trains magazine, and it has the. I know it's like a reflection. I apologize for that, but and there's a way to fix it. I got to figure out the way to fix it. But there's the Erie Railroad advertisement. Oh, I'm blocking Erie. Am I blocking Erie? No, it's right there. That's the first one. I have. I mean, for goodness sakes, you have the Tennessee Central roster and an article on the Tennessee Central, which doesn't exist anymore, unless you go visit the Tennessee Central Museum in Nashville, Tennessee. This is February 1946, and I'm gonna put out. I might do a live video of me like actually, maybe reading some of the articles, not the full articles, but just talking about each individual issue. I have 1946 and 1947. I'm working on getting 1955. And 1946, guys, was the centennial anniversary for the centennial anniversary for the Pennsylvania Railroad. So I have the actual April issue of their 100-year anniversary special issue for the Pennsylvania Railroad, which is awesome, which we'll get to. Here's a Frisco advertisement. And here is the entire roster of the Northern Pacific in the 40s. So if you have any questions on the Northern Pacific from the 1940s, just let me know. Here's a GS4 on the March 1946. Okay, this is not classic trains, guys. This is the real deal. This is what folks read during wartime on Trains magazine. So this is a GS4 right there. There's a lot of different. There's a British. No, that's coming up. Here's the Erie Railroad. Let's see here. The Green Mountain Route on the Green Mountain Flyer. I forgot what railroad that is. This is the Rutland Railroad. See, look, there's an article on the Rutland. You know, in those days, these are the railroads that ran. You know, so you can't beat this. Here's a 100-year advertisement for the Pennsylvania Railroad, right here. There's plenty of them. There's a lot. Here's the April 1946. This is exclusively Pennsylvania Railroad, and that's their 100-year anniversary. And let's see here. So here, chartered April 13th, 1846. I may read this article out loud for you guys. Not now, but we'll do another live video, like a live read. Let's see here. Horseshoe Curve, Pennsylvania Station. You have the box cabs and stuff like that. You know, I mean, come on, you can't beat that. This issue is really cool. This is May 1946. Looks like it's a Southern Pacific employee. In the background is the Southern Pacific boxcar. This one, you have the Great Northern Railway advertisement on the back. And this one's really has a great article on British railroading during wartime. And you have men and women working on the railroad. So here. Right? So that's a great read, actually. Here's a 100-year anniversary advertisement for the Pennsylvania Railroad. Okay, we're gonna go to June 1946. This is you have the seaboard on the front of this one. The back is the Southern Pacific advertisement. And this one is the Redwood Empire route, the Northwestern Pacific Railroad. The Northwestern Pacific Railroad, right here. Let's see. Another Pennsylvania Railroad insert. Congratulating them. Here's the New York Centrals. Boston and Maine. This is some of the steam engines. You got New York Central, Boston, and Maine. The back covers are really cool because here you have Lima Locomotive Works. You have the Boston and Maine advertisements, stuff like that. These are our originals, and I can't believe I found them. And this every issue, and there's no remake here. This is the real deal. Here's a Susquehanna article. Yeah, dude, Sparky. That's my point. Is I'm saying there's some great research material right here. Really, this Susquehanna, everything on the Susquehanna Railroad before the New York Susquehanna Western came about, and there's advertisement for the Union Pacific in 1946. Roxy, I know you're hungry, babe. Here's a cab forward on the August 1946 issue. And here's advertisement for all different kinds of photo albums for the railroads on the back. Here's a Milwaukee Road advertisement. I do have the 1947. I haven't opened that up yet, so I'm really excited to see what that is. Here's how sand is taken, is delivered and put into locomotives. Little article on that. Has some cross sections here, stuff on the steam engines and stuff like that. Here's a what do you call it? Just an article on Raton Pass back in the day. This is pretty cool. This is Southern Railways Crescent, the South African Railways and Shortline Railroad Association. This is September 1946. This is a locomotive, one of the Alcos being painted. On the back is the Minneapolis and St. Louis Railway. Oh my gosh, guys. There's another reason why I wanted Model the 50s. You got to check out this. It's black and white, but you know this paint scheme is probably gorgeous. And this one's some old stuff. You peel across. All right, Sparky man. Have a good evening. I know it's late. Take care, buddy. Let's see here. Some more British South Africa. This is South African, right here. Yes, it is, man. It's gonna be awesome. October 1946. October 1946. This is the Pacemaker, New York Central on the front. Roxy. No. I know you're hungry, baby. We're going to go in a minute. And now with these, they also have this is an actual photo where you can actually cut it out or pull it out of the magazine and frame it. So this someone actually took this photo. And and it says on the back, it's like almost like a postcard. The Hoosick Tunnel. It's called Up to Hoosick Tunnel. Steam locomotives no longer form this classic scene on the Boston and Maine trains in the valley of the Deerfield River, for diesels have taken over all operation on the Hoosick Tunnel route. This photo was taken 2 miles east of Hoosick East Portal by J.P. Ahrens, Danbury, Connecticut. September, facing page 11. Trains October 1946. So that's the back of that. Here's a New York Central advertisement. Let's see here. Some Michigan maps, electric railroading, Pacific Electric. You guys are going to flip when you see the back advertisement. It's really cool. These are railroads of Oklahoma. The Stone Harbor Railroad. But back here, here's the Rio Grande advertisement. And here is the one of the first, what do you call it? Burlington Zephyr advertisements right here. That's original too. I mean, original. Here's another one. Is November 1946. And let's see. Usually it says what it is, but I can't tell. That's a Rio Grande Western. Chicago Southern Illinois. Chicago and Eastern Illinois Railroad advertisement. Southern Illinois schedule has a whole schedule here actually on the clipboard there. Locomotive utilization. How they on the rail yard, how they form they call the locomotives for their rosters for working and all that. This is a lot of cool articles here. Almost there. Here is an article. You guys are gonna love this. Alco's 75,000 locomotive. So we have Santa Fe. Let's see on the back. Let's see here. It's the Monon Road. Excuse me. Frisco and Monon advertisements, and on the back is the Southern Railroad advertisement. Oh, come on. There we go. Almost there. Last one. December 1946. Chicago's Trolleys. Electric Services. On the back is the Empire Builder advertisement. And then throughout here, there's some of those photos that you could take out, those postcards. And I think this one, if I could, that's the New York Central advertisement throughout the Christmas season. This is Howell's New York, the Mountain Express. NJ Tower near Harriman. New Jersey Railroad. That's the Erie and Jersey Railroad, or the Erie Railroad there. A Southern advertisement. Lima Locomotive Work advertisement. Here's another photo you can take out. This is the Hackensack steam engine. So yeah, guys, this is the reason why I'm going dating back, because it's so cool, and I have a lot of research material. I have a huge library of DVDs, video cassette, as well as books, hardcovers, and train magazines, model railroading, all that kind of stuff for my business as well as railroading itself. And so, in conclusion, guys, I appreciate everybody watching. I hope you guys have a great night. I know it's late, and I hope you guys have a great weekend left. That's what's left of it. And you guys have a great week. Again, Joe G with Touch of the Brush Model Weathering. You guys take care. Why so late? Oh, man, dude. What's going on, man? Just late. Been cooking. We've been working and doing chores, animal chores. We have babies that are being born and stuff like that, and with the animals. So I'm ending now because it's about time to eat. You guys take care. Have a great night.